Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel So Fly Styles. My name is Sophia Abdusalam. Today I'm sharing an updated tutorial on how to draft a straight and pencil skirt with bolt contouring. I already have a tutorial on this on the channel, but I've seen a few comments saying you experienced some alignment issues or you didn't quite like the fit. And I totally understand. Getting the back cuff to sit just right can be a bit tricky. So if you would like to see how I made the first tutorial, I'm going to put the link in the description box for you guys to see it. So in today's video, I'll be showing you another method that works every single time. And it's probably the method you are going to be learning if you go to any fashion school or fashion academy here in Nigeria. It gives a clean, smooth fit and it solves those common issues you guys mentioned. So whether you are making a corporate skirt, an Aso Ebi skirt, or even a gown, a complete dress, this method works just fine. So today's tutorial is strictly for pattern drafting, and I do not intend to do a sewing tutorial for this skirt. But if you would like to see this full sewing tutorial, you can let me know in the comment section, and if I get enough requests, I'll go ahead and do the sewing tutorial. But if not, I'm going to move on to the next project. So if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Do well to like, share, and please subscribe. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started with today's tutorial. To start with, I'm going to head to mark out some lines here, as you can see. So I'm just going to take you through the lines now. So the first thing I did was to divide my pattern paper into two equal parts, okay? And this is because I'm going to be drafting my front and the back piece together. Now, this is totally optional. You can do yours separately, but I'm doing mine together because my pattern paper is wide enough to accommodate my front and back piece. Then on the side here, I mark out my margin line. I mark it on both sides for front and the back. Now, this part is from the top here, I came down by half of an inch, which is going to be my margin line. It's also going to be my waistline. Then from the waistline, I came down by my waist to hip point measurement, which is 9 inches, and I labeled the line my hip line. Then from the waist again, I came down by 24.5, which is my waist to knee length measurement. Then the red line you're seeing here is 4 inches above my knee line. I told you that anytime you're making a fitted skirt, that is straight skirt, pencil skirt, for as long as it is straight, it is not fit and flare, you should always go up 4 inches above your knee. This is because if you shape your skirt directly on the knee, you will not be able to work. It will not be comfortable. Okay, so the minimum you can do for a straight or pencil skirt is 4 inches. That is the basic. You can do up to 5 inches, 6 inches. It totally depends on the kind of skirt you are making. Maybe mermaid skirt or fit and flare, into fit and flare. But for pencil and straight skirt, the minimum you should do is the basic you should do is 4 inches. Okay, now from the center back here, I came in by half of an inch. This is basic. Now, this part you can do on the waistline. I went in by half of an inch. This is basic. If you are the type that used to do your zip bulge by 1 inch and it sits well on your dress or blouse, then there is no reason why you should not do up to 1 inch on this center back part. Okay, but before you do 1 inch for yourself, make sure that you are gifted at the back. You know what I mean? Okay, then, but for the sake of this tutorial, I did the basic, which is half of an inch. Okay, and I connected it into my hip line. To connect it into my hip line, I came up by 1 inch and connected it straight. I believe you already know how I used to do it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I am going to mark my hip divided by 4 measurements exactly on the hip line, on the waistline, on the above the knee, on the knee line, and on the full skirt length, and I'm going to connect it with a broken line. Okay, divide your hip by 4, then mark it all the way from your waist down to your full skirt length. Hip divided by 4 exactly. Don't add anything. Next thing I'm going to be doing now is to impute my waist round measurement. Now, my waist is 28 inches. So 28 divided by 4 gave me 7. So that 7 inches, I'm now going to minus quarter of an inch from it for the back piece, okay? So 7 minus quarter of an inch gave me 6 3/4. That is what I'm now going to mark on my waistline for the back. The reason why I minus 1/4 of an inch from it is because we all know that our back is flat and our tummy can be big, you understand? So that 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to add it to the front piece when I am drafting the front pattern. So I'm just trying to give room for our tummy for the front. I hope you understand. So whatever your own waist divided by 4 is, minus 1/4 of an inch from it, and when you're drafting the back front pattern, you're going to add it to your waist measurement. Then after that, I went ahead to mark my dad's allowance. So for my dad's allowance, I'm doing something very moderate. For the back piece, I did 3/4 of an inch, not up to 1 inch. Okay, I told you for this tutorial, I'm just doing the basic. You can change it, tweak it to whatever you want to do, all the measurements, okay? But I'm just showing you the basic thing. And to connect into the hip, I came up by 1 inch from the hip line and connect it with my curve ruler like this. All right. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to impute my dart line. All right. So to do my dart line, I'm going to be needing my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. That is my bust span divided by 2. Whatever you have, I'm now going to mark it from after the bulge line, you know what I mean. I'm going to mark it there and connect it, mark the same thing on the waist and mark the same thing on the hip. But please make sure this line is straight, that it is not bent too. All right. So when you're marking on the hip, make sure just make sure you have something straight as your dart line. So I'm now going to share my dart allowance on both sides of the dart leg, okay? I told you I did 3/4 of an inch. You can do up to 1.5 set for the back. The back you can do up to 1.5, depends on you for your dart allowance. But for this tutorial, I'm doing something really basic, okay? Now, the next thing we are going to be doing now is to work on our butt contour. Now, to do the butt contour from the center back on the 4 inches above the knee line, I'm going to go in by 1.5. Now, the minimum you can do here is 1 inch, okay? But for me, 1.5 tends to contour my bum better. All right, that is why I like to do 1.5 for myself. So you can do up to 1 inch. You can do up to, well, I've never tried 2 inches, okay? The maximum I think I've done is 1.5, 1/3. So now I'm going to connect into my hip line. And to connect into my hip, I came down by 2 inches and connect it with a straight line. So this 1.5 that I mark on the above knee, I'm going to mark the same thing on the knee line all the way to the full skirt length. Please, if you use 1 inch to contour your bum, mark that 1 inch on the skirt length and connect it with a straight line all the way down. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm doing. Now, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to shape the side of my skirt, okay? To shape the side of my skirt, I'm going to be using 1.5 inches and I'm going to be measuring from this hip divided by 4 broken line, okay? I'm going to go in by 1.5 inches. The reason why I'm doing 1.5 inches is because I've already used 1.5 inch to shape my bum at the center back. So if I do anything more than 1.5 inch on the side here, I may not be able to walk. And I feel like this is coming from me. I feel like the total amount you should have on this line, on this your 4 inches above the knee line, both for contouring your bum and to shape the side of your knee, of your skirt, should not be more than 3 inches. Anything more than 3 inches, you will not be able to walk. This is coming from me. You may take my advice, you may not take it, okay? But for me, I will do 1.5 to shape the side of my skirt because I have already done 1.5 to shape my bum on the center back. So this 1.5 inch, I'm now going to mark it all the way from the 4 inches above the knee line down to the skirt hem to get a straight line. I hope you understand. Now I'm going to connect this into the hip, and to do that, from the hip line, I'm going to go down by 2 inches. Then I'm going to connect with a straight line into my above the knee line. So what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to use my marker to highlight the lines so that you can see it properly. But while I'm doing that, I'm just going to discuss pencil skirt with you. Now, the difference between a pencil skirt and a straight skirt is the way you shape the side of the skirt. The skirt we are making right now in this tutorial is a straight skirt. But if you want to make a pencil skirt, now, your center back is constant. If you use 1 inch to do your butt contouring, it is the same thing you are going to mark at the hem, and you are going to have a straight line like I have here in my own video. Now, when you now get to the side of your skirt, that is where the real difference happens. whatever you use to shape the side of your skirt, now you are now going to, in this case, I used 1.5. Instead of you marking the same thing on the hem, if you are making a pencil skirt, whatever you use, you are going to multiply it by 2 and mark it on the hem. In this case, I use 1.5 inch to shape the side of my skirt. So when I get to the hem, I would be marking 3 inches. Then I'm going to connect it with a straight line to form a slant line. By the time you form that slant line, you'll be seeing that it is forming like a pencil fit. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if you use 2 inches to shape the side of your skirt, by the time you get to the hem, you'll be marking 4 inches if you want to make a pencil skirt. But before you go ahead and make a pencil skirt for you or for your client, you need to understand that pencil skirt is not something you wear and you climb bike or you jump buses and all of that. It is something you wear and you order for a ride to come and carry you from your house because it can be uncomfortable. You understand? So that is why, like, especially even if you pad your skirt, you will not be able to walk. Like, it can be very tight. So that is why when you see dresses online, they don't do pencil skirts on them. Mostly they do straight skirts. As a matter of fact, some don't even do that at all. So now we are going to be drafting the front piece. So for the front piece, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to impute my hip divided by 4 measurements from the waistline all the way to the skirt hem. And I'm going to connect it to the broken line, okay? So hip divided by 4 exactly, I'm going to mark it all the way from the waistline down to the full skirt length, and I'm going to connect it to the broken line. The next thing I'm going to be imputing is my waist measurement. So I'm going to do my waist divided by 4 and impute it on the waistline. But remember when I was drafting the back pattern, I subtracted 1/4 inch. So that 1/4 inch, I'm going to add it now. Then I'm going to add my dart allowance. So also for the front, I'm doing 3/4 as my dart allowance. I told you yours can be more than that and can be less than that. And as a matter of fact, you may decide not to put that on your own skirt. So now I'm going to connect from the waist to the hip, and to do that, on the hip line, I came up by 1 inch. Now I'm going to use my French cuff to connect from the waist into the 1 inch mark. This 1 inch that I used to do is a guide, okay? It's just a guide for me to get a smooth cuff. Because if I connect directly into the hip, I may be having something pointy, so it's totally optional. So now the next thing I'm going to be imputing now is to impute my dart line. So for my dart line, I did my bust span divided by 2, that is my nipple to nipple by 2, and I mark it from the center front. Please note that I marked from the margin line that you are seeing on that side. Okay, so what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to divide my dart allowance on both sides of the dart legs, and I'm going to connect straight into the hip line. So now for this part, this is also something I like doing. You can decide to connect your own dart like 2 inches above your hip line or 1 inch above your hip line, however you want it. But for me, I like connecting straight into the hip. So the next thing that I want to do now is to shape the side of my skirt. Now, whatever you use to shape the side of your skirt for the back, you're going to use the same thing to shape the side of your skirt for the front. So now, for me, I did 1.5, okay? So now I'm going to be using 1.5 to shape the side of my skirt for the front as well. And I'm going to be marking the same thing on the skirt hem and on the 4 inches above the knee line, okay, and connect it a straight line. Then from the above the knee line, I'm going to connect into the hip, and to do that, from the hip line, I'm going to go down by 2 inches. Now these 2 inches is just something I like to do so that I'll be able to get a smooth cuff. It is optional, okay? It's just something I like to do. You may do it, you may not do it. I mean, the 2 inches I came down by from the hip line to connect it. So now I'm just going to use my French cuff to withdraw my cuff so that I can get a nice smooth cuffs, okay? Now I'm just going to use my eraser to clean out the lines I initially draw with my pencil. You understand? So like I said, if you are making a pencil skirt, whatever you use to shape the side of your skirt here, you are going to multiply by 2 and mark it on the hem, okay? Now, note that whatever you use for the front and the back must be the same thing, okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to mark out my true waistline, alright? So from this line here, from the waistline here, I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch, which is basic, okay? So you can do up to 1.5 or even 1 inch, depending on how big is the tummy. All right. But for me, I'm doing the basic, which is half of an inch, and I'm connecting into the side on the waist with a slightly curved line. You can use a straight line, but please, after you draw out your curve here, check that your dart line is equal. If it is not equal again, just adjust it accordingly. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The next thing I'm going to be discussing now is skirt band. Actually, if you go ahead and cut this out exactly as it is, you just had your sewing allowance all around, it is still going to sit on your waist perfectly. But if you are the type that like band on your skirt, then this is what you are going to do. After you draft your pattern like this, the front and the back piece, then you are going to come to the waistline, determine how much width you want for your skirt, 1 inch, 2 inch, 1.5. But for me, I like to do 1.5 inch skirt width. So you're now going to come from the center front. After your true waistline, mark your skirt width, mine 1.5. On the side too, mark it the same way I did. Then use your straight ruler to connect it like this and label it band. Then you can just go ahead and fold it in so that you can cut it out on your fabric, or you cut it out of your pattern. But I would prefer you just fold it in instead of cutting it out of your pattern. Then you go to the back piece as well. Whatever your skirt width and band width is, 1 inch, 2 inches, 1.5, mark it on the side from the waistline, go down, mark your 1.5. Then from the center back as well, go down and mark your 1.5, then connect it to a straight line. I hope you understand it, and label it band. Please don't forget to label your band too. Okay, center front, center back, side back, because band can look too much alike, especially if you want to use this same piece on the pattern. If you want to use the same thing to cut your band, or else you can just use a straight thing to form your band, and that you won't have issue. But if you are using this same thing on the pattern, you're cutting it out to create your band, it can be very tricky. So make sure you label your band. Okay, center front, side back, center back, and all of that, up and down, so that you don't mix it up. So after you create your band like this, like I said, you can just fold it in, or you cut it out of your pattern, but I would prefer you fold it in just in case you want to make a skirt that does not have band. So let me take you through the amounts of sewing allowance you are going to be doing. If you are not putting band, you just want to cut your skirt like this, just add 1/2 inch to the waist, then 1.5 inch or 2 inches to the side. Then the skirt hem, if you can, however you want to do, 1 inch, 2 inches, depending on you. But if you want to put band, so this your band, just fold it in. Okay, fold it in, then add 1/2 inch to the waist, then your sewing allowance to the side and the hem. So by the time you are doing your band, I did 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So when I'm cutting my band, I'll be cutting 2 inches, so that by the time I use 1/2 inch to join it to the skirt, it is going to sit just right. And don't forget to add 1/2 inch to the waist of your skirt too. So if you are not using this band, and if you are using this band, like, it depends on you. There are many ways you can do it. You can use this same pattern you drafted, place it on your fabric. There's a way to do that. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that later on. Or you just cut a straight thing to form your band however you want it. So like I said, I won't be doing a sewing tutorial for this. But if you want it, you can let me know in the comment section. But if I don't get enough requests, I won't be doing it. I'll just move on to the next project. But if you try out this method, let me know how it turns out for you. Okay, I would like to see your feedback on this particular pattern. So thank you so much for your support as always. God bless you guys. See you guys in my next tutorial. Stay fly, stay stylish. Bye bye.